Looking for the best mini PC to suit your needs? In this video, we're diving into some of the top options available right now. Before we begin, don't forget to check out the links in the description to find the best deals within your budget. Let's get started. Number 4. Asus ROG NUC. When I first opened up the Asus ROG NUC, I was surprised by how small and light it was. Sure, it's using all mobile class hardware, but for something I'm hooking into my TV, it has surprisingly little heft to it. Couple that with the fact it looks exactly like a cable box, and this is a mini gaming PC that's perfect for blending into a living room. It's great for a media center PC already, but the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4070 means it's no slouch when it comes to gaming, up to a point at least. The wall I kept running into again and again when I reviewed the Asus ROG NUC is that the mobile class hardware is always a limiting factor, especially when it's connected to a 4K TV. Don't get me wrong, the ROG NUC absolutely can power through any PC game on the market, including demanding ones like Cyberpunk 2077 and Black Myth, Wukong, at 1080p. If you connect this to a 4K TV, you will have to turn down some settings in some of the flashiest games if you want to maintain a solid frame rate. It is still quite a bit more powerful than the PS5 even with its limitations, and the NVIDIA graphics do allow it to use DLSS to narrow the gap at 4K. Just keep in mind that you're not going to be maxing out Black Myth, Wukong with full ray tracing or anything, and you should be fine. To be clear, with how tiny the Asus ROG NUC is, there's no way a full desktop-class graphics card would even fit inside. The Asus ROG NUC is probably one of the best mini-gaming PCs you're going to find anywhere, but just like any mini-gaming PC, you'll have to do some calculus about whether or not it's worth just going with a gaming laptop instead. Product specifications. CPU. Intel Core Ultra 7, Intel Core Ultra 9. GPU. NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4060, NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4070, mobile. RAM. 16 GB, 32 GB DDR5. Storage. 512 GB, 1 TB PCIe 4.0 and 0.2 SSD. Ports. 1x SD card reader, 4x USB-A 3.2 Gen 2, 1x 3.mm headphone, 1x Thunderbolt 4, 2x USB-A 2.0, 1x HDMI 2.1, 2x DisplayPort 1.4a, 1x Ethernet, 1x power. Number 3. MinisForum Venus Series 773 Mauritanian Uguiyas. If you're on the hunt for a wallet-friendly mini PC that doesn't skimp on performance, then the MinisForum Venus Series 773 Mauritanian Uguiyas is worth considering. Despite its budget-friendly price tag, the 773 Mauritanian Uguiyas packs a punch with an AMD Ryzen 7 7735HS, with dedicated AMD graphics. There isn't a discrete GPU, but the integrated AMD Radeon 680M GPU can rival some lower-end dedicated graphics cards, especially in esports games. Stepping into the next generation, the 773 Mauritanian Uguiyas features 16 GB of speedy DDR5 RAM and a generous 512 GB SSD. You may need to consider an upgrade later down the line, but for now, it will definitely serve you well for just $450. Product specifications. CPU. AMD Ryzen 7 7735HS. GPU. AMD Radeon 680M. RAM. 32 GB DDR5. Storage. 512 GB SSD. Ports. 2x HDMI, 1x USB 4 Type-C, 1x USB 3.2 Type-C, 4x USB 3.2 Type-A, 1x RJ45, 1x DMIC port, 1x3.5mm combo jack. Number 2. Zotac ZBox Magnus 1. The Zotac Magnus 1 doesn't look like much, but its tiny chassis is hiding a beefy RTX 3070 GPU. This graphics card is a powerhouse, delivering solid 1440p gaming performance. While the CPU is quite old, it's still a solid performer that won't bottleneck the GPU, ensuring you get the best gaming experience possible. While 16 GB of RAM might seem a bit modest compared to some other mini PCs on the market, it's more than enough for gaming and general use. In terms of pricing, the Zotac Magnus 1 is on the more expensive side. You could arguably get a more powerful full-size gaming PC for the same amount of money. However, if you're looking for a compact, space-saving solution without sacrificing gaming performance, the Magnus one is worth every penny. Its sleek design, impressive specs, and solid gaming performance make it one of the best mini PCs for gaming enthusiasts who value form factor and functionality. Product specifications. CPU. Intel Core i5-10400. GPU. GeForce RTX 3060. RAM. 16 GB DDR4. Storage. 512 GB SSD. Ports. 1x HDMI 2.1, 3x DisplayPort 1.4a, Gigabit LAN and Ethernet, 4x USB 3.1, 4x USB 3.0, 1 Type-C. Number 1. Mac Mini M2. You might not think of gaming when you think of the Mac Mini M2, but it delivers surprisingly good performance, allowing you to play a wide range of games at a decent frame rate. Given its cost, it's hard not to consider the Mac Mini M2 as a capable gaming mini PC. With a noticeable performance increase over the M1 chip, the M2 chip comes with 8 CPU cores and 10 GPU cores, supporting strong performance, whether you're playing games or getting work done. Thanks to its many ports, the Mac Mini M2 supports up to 2 4K displays at 120Hz, and because the M2 natively supports Thunderbolt, you can even back it up with an external GPU later down the line. It also comes with Wi-Fi 6E and Bluetooth 5.3, so you can plan a game online. For pure gaming performance, a Windows PC is a better option, but if you want a Mac and just want to dabble with playing games here and there, it's a solid option. See our roundup on the best monitors for Mac Mini when you're ready to pick a display to pair it with. Product specifications. CPU. Apple M2 chip, 8-core. GPU. 10-core GPU. RAM. Up to 24 GB unified memory. Storage. Up to 2 TB. Ports. 2x Thunderbolt 4 with support for DisplayPort, 1x Thunderbolt 4, 1x USB 4, 1x USB 3.1 Gen 2, up to 10 gigabits per second, 1x Thunderbolt 2, 1x HDMI, 1x DVI, 2x USB-A, Gigabit Ethernet, 3.5mm headphone jack.